However, every camera, and there were many of them, were trained on one man as he unconcernedly placed your letters in a mail case. There were cameras above him, on his side, and some were even angled for low shots. Why all of this? Well, this particular man in question had just been hailed as the world's champion mail distributor. And this was news, for what would happen to the millions of pieces of important mail if no one knew where they went? Imagine what confusion. But getting back to the star of this particular bit of celluloid, his name's Jim Pace, and he's here to give you some inside dope on how a letter gets around. Jim, how is it possible for a man to come into a strange post office and correctly distribute mail to the right carrier without much more than a flick of the wrist in doing so?
Joe, an elaborate system has been worked out so that a clerk is enabled to determine what carrier a piece of mail for the, say, 500 block of Main Street would go to, the 600, and so forth.
Well, with so many streets in a big city like Houston, how would it be possible for one man to memorize this much information?
That's easy. Each street's division is typed on a card the size of a calling card. On the back of the card, the number of the carrier is printed. For example, a card would show on one side Main Street 200, 400, and carrier 208 on the other side. Enough cards are made up to cover a specific area of the town. When this is done, the cards are shuffled just like a deck of cards. If a fellow has studied them well, he can place them in their correct holes on a miniature mail case.
How long does it take a man to memorize a section of the city?
He's allowed 90 days. After that, he's made to stand a strict examination on this particular scheme.
Is he permitted to miss any of the carriers?
Yes, 5% of the total number of cards in the scheme. And he must keep up a throwing speed of 16 cards a minute.
Now we're coming to your record, Jim. I understand that you've scored perfectly on 16 consecutive schemes in the last 8 years. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. In that time, I've handled over 20,000 cards, and that's really been a strain on my nerves.
Well, you really deserve the title of World's Champion Scheme Thrower. Ladies and gentlemen, this title is really unique when you learn that, excluding Mr. Pace, a perfect scheme examination shows up at the Houston office once in about every 2 years. Since you handle so much mail, Jim, is there any special advice that you'd like to give to the mailing public?
Well, one thing, Joe. In mailing letters locally, all envelopes should bear the street address or box number. This is because we return all unaddressed mail. If you do this, it will save you considerable worry about letters floating around in the mail.
Thank you, Jim Pace, and lots of luck in future examinations. Before saying goodnight, here's the story of the funniest and most tragic postcard of the month. A boy sent his girl a card. On one side, there was a cartoon which got over the idea that he was going to do away with himself if he didn't hear from her soon. On the other side, he forgot to put postage on it. This is Joe Samuels saying so long.
This program, originating in Houston, came to you through the courtesy of the National Federation of Post Office Clerks. Tom Jacobs speaking. Listen again for Oddities in the Mail and the Creed of the Courier. Neither snow nor rain, nor heat nor gloom of night saves these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed round.
Well, here's Push Button Tuning, a regular novelty based on the amazing sequence of amusing bits made possible by your Push Button radio. Tonight's subject, special for vacation week, include advertising on a health drink, a resort, and a song. All you do is push the button, but don't you push it, let us push it for you. Here we go.
Vacationers, are you looking for a nice, quiet spot to spend your vacation? Piedmont Lodge in the Kabula Mountains is exactly what you're looking for. Nestled at the base of a lofty range, Piedmont Lodge is an ideal spot for your vacation.
Don't go there. Don't you dare go near that place.
Oh, George, I don't know what's come over you. You flare up at the least thing.
Too bad George doesn't know about Vitamalt. Just one glass of its warm, rich creaminess before you go to bed, and you'll see bear, wildcat, elk, and deer come down to drink every morning. And don't forget the thrill of an early morning swim in a glass of warm milk. Mixed with chocolate flavor of Vitamalt, the new health drink. Put it on your shopping list. And if you don't sleep well tonight, step out into the kitchen, look into the icebox, and you'll find the finest riding horses in the country. A choice of 15 fine thoroughbreds for those who care to ride. Not far from Piedmont Lodge is a stream that is a fisherman's paradise. Last year's prize catch was
Boogie woogie piggy, Sammy, boogie woogie right away home. This little piggy
is a regular vacation guest every year at this fine summer resort. In praise of Piedmont Lodge, Mr. Vanderveer says,
oink, oink. Piggy wiggly piggy, oink, oink. Boogie woogie woogie, oink, 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 oink. Oink, oink, oink.
Well, thank you, Mr. Vanderveer. And to you folks listening in, if you'll just spend 2 weeks at beautiful Piedmont Lodge, I'll guarantee that you'll go back to work completely knocked out, undernourished and in need of vitamins. Well, he's been drinking Vitamalt for 2 weeks now, and has already decided to
Change to Chesterfield. Very satisfied. Paul Douglas.
Thank you, Fred. Every time you take a Chesterfield out of the pack, you really put your finger on the big thing that makes smokers like them and stick to them. It's Chesterfield Superior Tobaccos, the right combination of the world's best cigarette tobaccos, the famous Chesterfield blend that can't be copied. And as you smoke Chesterfields at home or at work, or when you take along a carton for that vacation, you're conscious of a better taste and a refreshing mildness that other cigarettes just don't have. Another thing that's important to your smoking pleasure, you notice that Chesterfields smoke cooler, with a fragrant aroma that often makes others ask, what cigarette is that? Well, now just take the time to do what more smokers are doing every day. Get yourself a pack of Chesterfields. You'll find out right away what it means for a cigarette to really satisfy. And you'll know why all over America smokers are saying, when you smoke for real pleasure, it's Chesterfield. You can't buy a better cigarette.
Thank you, Paul. The greatest number of resorts was represented by vacationers wanting to hear Green Eyes and Old Rockin' Chair. Time is short, so we present parts of both arrangements. For Hollis Shaw, on a business holiday, entertaining the Flying Cadets at Hamilton Field in California. For June Lang of Dallas, Texas, Charlotte Elwell, Kingston, Washington, Dorothy Downs, Mary Bergeson, Connie Brown at Mitchell, South Dakota. The orchestra plays Green Eyes, and the Glee Club and Donna Day sing Old Rockin' Chair. Good luck to that Fort Hamilton gang.